I've drawn up the city of Anase. How many people live there? That's an interesting question. Anase is a fairly large city. It has an area of a little less than 9.4 million square feet, or that works out to be approximately 216 acres. There was an article called Medieval Demographics Made Easy, and they argued that you should have a city population of approximately 61 per acre. And if you had 61 per acre, that gives me a population of about 13,000. Now, I wanted a little bit larger city than that. I wanted a population, my target was around 20,000 because I thought that would be a good sized city for what I wanted for the campaign. So I did some research. There's another interesting book called Jerusalem at the Time of Christ. Now, it estimates that Jerusalem had a population density at the time of Christ of about 135 per acre at the most. He goes through how it could have been higher, how it could have been lower, whatever. That would give me a population of 29,000. So if I sort of split the difference and say I'll go around 150 or something like that, that gives me a nice population that's around 21,000, which works out to approximately, the way this is drawn, I was looking at it from a different perspective of how many people per building. When I did some work in the past doing my population of villages and such, I would count up the number of buildings, multiply it by a number between 5 and 8, normally around 7, and that would give me the population, because that's a man, a wife, and 5 kids, which is a reasonable number for a fantasy setting based upon medieval, or in my case, an essays based upon going back to the Bronze Age. The number of children is higher because birth control wasn't as common as we have today, and the other thing was that you wanted to have a large number of children because there was a high mortality rate among children. So it wasn't uncommon to have a large number of family, and with this assumption that some of them would survive. So you could have that. This gives us a nice population around there. Because I did a bunch of research figuring out how many rooms per home, and you get overcrowding and so on. It's really up to you to decide how much you really want to overpopulate your city, or how many people you want to put per building, or how many people you want to put into the city its total. Because you can crowd it up to easily 150 people per acre. There are some examples in the ancient world that maybe went that high. In the modern world, they do. So, or you can go lower density. If you drop your city like I do, as I tend to draw the cities, I figure out how large of an area I want, which gives me a load capacity. You can go through all of those with Demographics Made Easy and some of the other ones. This allows me, based upon the population, I also have some calculations, which I will talk about in the next video, about calculating how many services and so on. But it all depends upon the population that you decide on. So I'm going to decide that I want approximately 21,000 people in my city, which makes it a nice size city for a campaign. I look forward to hearing what you think about this video. Let me know in the comments below. If you like the video, press the thumbs up. If you're new here and would like to subscribe, press the button below. If you're interested in more content, there's some links to the right. Thank you.